Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe and the like button right now so that you can receive all notifications for future references. Now, what I've come across by watching Gunna, for people that don't know, Gunna was a part of YSL, which was a record label ran by Young Thug. Gunna, right now at the current moment, is number 8 on top 100 Billboard charts. This is like the end all be all to charts in regards to who's hot, who's not. Now, I think it's fair to say that the no snitching days and no snitching policy is completely over, people. Okay, it's over. Gunna, someone who is very well known, very popular, and very young. He was in jail for about 4 months, maybe 6. And then eventually he just went ahead and told the judge, you know what, man, fuck that. Yeah, this is a criminal organization. Yeah, there was crime going on around me that I had nothing to fucking do with. And yeah, there was guns and drugs in the car and it wasn't mine. And the only other person who was in the car was Young Thug. So, yes, he snitched, okay? So I just want to say that by watching him snitch and then go and sell more than his boss, because Young Thug recently put out an album, Business is Business, and watch Gunna go and sell more than his boss, it's kind of the, the young nigga, old nigga, new nigga, old nigga, kind of thing going on. But overall, it definitely makes a statement, about the youth nowadays that snitching is no one cares, okay? No one cares about snitching anymore. It's not important. It's not something, this man literally stabbed his homie in the back after sitting in jail for only 4 to 6 months, okay? Most people would think that Bobby Shmurda sat in there for 7 years, okay? 7 years, and I think he sat in there for 2 extra years only because he helped his homeboy out, Rowdy Robbie, his homeboy, okay? He could have gotten out 2 years earlier, but it didn't say anything or didn't help or cooperate with whatever it is that they were trying to tell him to cooperate with. And here you have Gunna, who has told on his boss, got out of jail the same day, dropped a new album, top of the charts. The youth is making a statement, okay? Whether it be white, black, Spanish, Latino, who cares? They're making a statement by saying, listen, we love his talent, we love his music, we don't give a fuck. And let me tell you, 6ix9ine was the very first person to open up that door, okay? He was the very first person to open up that door where, you know what, I'm gonna make snitching cool. And look, he made snitching cool, okay? This guy is selling more records than he's ever sold in his life after snitching. Now, I'm not one to sit here and say, hey, he was wrong, he was right. It wasn't my situation, okay? It wasn't my situation to say. But what I do know is in the streets, when you involve yourself in certain things, in crime or organizations that are crime riddled or whatever have you, when you involve yourself in certain things and you are aware of what's going on and you say, man, look, fuck it, I'm still all in, right? Then you're supposed to be able to take the good with the bad. Meaning when you're having a good time, it's all good. And when you're having a bad time, it's still all good. I'm going to keep my lips closed the same way I was keeping them closed when we were on yachts and mansions and private planes and all of this shit, okay? But for most people, when things go bad, they say, fuck that, I want out. I haven't had a burger in almost a fucking 6 months. I have not touched any cheeks in 6 months. And I want a microphone, okay? And, this is what Gunna did, and he's out now. Now, I do want to say this about his music, okay? That shit is hot. His music, his latest music is hot, okay? I'm an older guy, and I'm not really into this new style of rap. I still like a nigga rapping. No auto-tune, no singing. Even though I like singing, but I want to hear Usher singing. I don't want to hear a rapper singing. I want to hear a rapper rapping. But I still can't deny what just sounds good to the ear, though, right? Even if it's not anything that I'm gonna play in my motherfucking car, because I'm gonna play Benny the Butcher, the old 50 Cent, and Nas and shit like that. But I still understand what sounds good to the ear, if I like it or not. And let me tell you something. Gunna has been putting out some fucking hits, okay? That shit sounds good to the ear, okay? I must admit. So I think, once again, this is a statement, you know, where talent is reigning supreme over all of this. You know, he's a snitch, I'm not supporting him, he's a rat. You know, look, man, those days are over now. Okay, it's completely over. You know, they're hitting brothers with RICOs and all kinds of crazy fucking charges that niggas didn't even do. You dream of some shit, you get hit with a charge. Pretty soon it's gonna be like Minority Report. Believe me, I have a theory on that too. When they put the Nero link inside of everyone's fucking head and you think of crime, you fucking probably get arrested before you even are able to do the crime. Okay, it's gonna be the Minority Report out this bitch. But as far as Gunna, I like the young boy's music. I'm not gonna hold it against him that he snitched on his man. But then again, it does kind of, because when you think about it, cops don't even like rats. They tell you, you fucking rat, mooly fuck. Okay, this is how they treat their clients that are rats. You know what I'm saying? They treat them with no respect whatsoever. And there's a reason behind that, because morality, dignity, no matter what it is that you're doing, whether it's negative or positive, you stand on that shit. That's what it's supposed to be about, okay? Whatever it is that you're doing, winning, losing, negative, positive, you stand on that shit. And unfortunately nowadays, most of these young people are not standing on anything, okay? They're not standing on anything, okay? They're saying, fuck that. Well, as a matter of fact, let me fix that. They are standing on one thing, maybe two or three, okay? But the one thing that we know for sure they're standing on is the motherfucking money. Oh yeah, they're standing on the money and the drugs, right? I was in the number 2 is the drugs, the perks and the Xannies. They're standing on the perks and the Xannies and the reds and the blues and whatever it is too, okay? They love their drugs, but the young people nowadays are not standing on the same set of morals or standards that people from the 90s and the 2000s, beyond that, as a matter of fact, that, the old school put in play, the rules, okay? We all understood that the rules was you know what you're getting yourself into, so have fun while we're having fun, and if anything happens to go left, you fucking ride the wave too of the left field, okay? You can't always play right field in the streets. Now, if you want to play right field all the time, you get out the streets. That's when you go and you get a job, or you get an LLC, or you partner up with someone, okay, legally with an EIN and shit like that. That's where you're on the right field, in the right field all the time, okay? If not all, damn sure most. If you want to be a rapper, okay, entertainer, then it's hard to stay in the right field, because the content even of what you're selling, I fuck hoes and them bitches pop a perk, is already negative. The foundation in which you're standing on is negative. So it makes me laugh how, with a lot of rappers, they preach negative in their music, but yet they try to stand on something positive. I don't know, an oxymoron, an asinine, call it whatever you want to call it. All I know is this shit doesn't make sense to me, okay? But anyways, Gunna is definitely making a statement now with being number 8 on the Billboard charts, showing that it doesn't matter nowadays, people, if you're fucking snitching, if you're ratting, if you're eating the cheese, if you're fucking telling and the police are your best friend and you're fucking playing golf with the lieutenant. It really doesn't matter anymore, okay? And that doesn't mean that it's a good thing to do just because it doesn't matter anymore, okay? Integrity, one of the meanings I like to think of integrity is, the same way that you act in the light would be the same reaction that you would give or act in the dark. So, with that being said, if you're not gonna tell while we're having this good fucking time, you need to hold it down when we're not having a good time. And that goes beyond rappers and street niggas and shit like that. That's just in general in life. That's how it works when you have two construction workers working together and things are good and things are great, you know what I mean? And they're getting along. And then all of a sudden one day they're trying to screw or work some shit and it's not going right. It would be wrong for one of them to say, man, I'm leaving for the day. You handle that. Why? Because I don't like to be around when shit goes bad, right? No, motherfucker. We celebrate together. We cry together. And that's, for me, it's not about the snitching. Well, then again, okay, it's kind of fucked up. He snitched on this man. I don't know, it's fucked up. But it's more so about him as a man not being able to wear the coat that he had already put on. You already had the coat on, right? You was already, talking that hot shit, running with the hottest niggas out of Atlanta. And everybody knew that YSL was some of the hottest niggas, if not the hottest niggas in Atlanta. I haven't lived in Atlanta in over 15 fucking years, and I still was getting, little fucking birdies telling me how hot these niggas is in Atlanta. And I don't mean on the mic. I just mean in general, out there in the motherfucking streets. So I'm pretty sure that Gunna knew how hot his crew was. But we're not going to get deep into that. What we're going to get into and can stay into once again as I go ahead and close out on this is that, it's not that important anymore, okay? It's not something that's going to affect your career. It's not going to kill your career. OG Greedo, they just put him out there for snitching, and it's not gonna affect your career. If anything, it's like more publicity. You got more white kids that heard of you tomorrow than they heard of you yesterday, right? Maybe in this negative way, but that's negative in the hood, right? It's not negative in white America. That's a hood policy and moral and standard that people from the hood live by. You don't tell, you don't snitch, you don't fold, you don't break. You know what I mean? You stand on what you believe in. And once you get outside the hood, nobody gives a fuck about that, okay? There are a few other cultures, that stand for what they stand on. But, there's a lot of stupid shit that black people stand on. I'm just being real. I mean, the African Americans. Anyways, go ahead and hit that like and that subscribe. Leave comments below if you have anything that you want to talk about or anybody that you want me to talk about is what I really meant to say. Go ahead and leave it in the comment box below. I'll be sure to get to it next time. I'm gone.